That's a pretty good, accurate clue. Good morning from America's newest woods leader. All television. I'm your host, Geico. Call me, Guy the commercial. Don't drag them on, please. Help. Look at your screen. We're going home.
I think right now the focus is twofold. One is defeating
Horoscope.
ISIS, and the second
Yeah,
is
it's a
creating the
horoscope.
political environment necessary
Today
for the Syrian people
is
to have
Tuesday.
new leadership there. I
In
don't
3
think that
minutes, we're dragging someone off the
I
bus.
can't imagine a
Today
peaceful Syria
on the show, go to GoFundMe.com/all television.
I think we all recognize
Drag them off the airline. 320. Enter your first name here, last name here. Use Facebook info.
ensuring that ISIS is contained and there's a de-escalation of the
New iPhone from Sprint. You enter your email here. Our phone keeps going off. Enter United States here, country of origin. Zip code here, 14201. Happy
I
birthday.
think that there's a court that decides those things, and obviously there's a reason that.
It's okay.
Well, I clearly the actions.
Yeah, it's
that he takes, action
okay.
against
Happy birthday.
the people that he has.
Happy
And I
birthday.
think
Okay.
we feel unbelievably.
Leave a
confident
comment here. We
in
know what
the
happened.
intelligence
We
that
won't
have.
tell.
But again,
We haven't had a
that would
donation
be
in
something for a court to decide.
1 month.
Charlie.
A lot of people are talking about what the Trump
Hello,
document
press
on
fool.
foreign policy,
Hello,
what it
NHL.
may or may not include, and the president even stated that he was very flexible.
Go
You
over the
know what
NHL
the Trump
scores.
document
Oh,
on
Lord, this is
policy
paid to the
can
order.
explain it to us. Yeah, I
Good
think
morning,
that the
Mr.
Trump
Lane
doctrine is
McLaughlin.
Something that he articulated throughout the campaign, which is that America's first. We're going to make sure that our national interests
Paid to the order
protected,
of. No one
um,
knows who's on the
that
paycheck.
we do what we can to make sure that our interests, both economically
Do you
and national
solemnly
security,
swear to
are
tell
at the
the truth
forefront. We're not
and
just going to become the
nothing
world's
but the
policeman running around the
truth?
country, running around the world, but that we have to have a clear,
Yes, I do.
defined national interest.
All right, let's get to the
wherever we
question.
act, and
First
that
question.
it's our
The
national security
University
first and
of
foremost, that has to deal with how we act.
I
in
really
Syria
don't know.
fits in that doctrine.
Absolutely. I
Okay,
think if you
next question.
recognize
Um,
the threat that our
are you
country and
aware
our
of
people
Court
face, if
TV
there
is
is a
now
growth
True TV?
of use or spread of
Car
chemical
Show
weapons of
Network.
mass destruction, the
Really
proliferation of
weird.
those to spread to other
Okay.
groups
Next
is
question.
a clear to our country and to our people.
Were you aware of my client before you pulled him
Are
over?
you saying that defeating ISIS and Bashar
That's
getting
a lot.
Bashar al-Assad out
Google.
of power through a political process
True TV.
I think I'm not trying to how you sequence them, but I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I
Lord.
don't think that you have to do one other than others, but I think they kind of go hand in hand. As you reduce ISIS's strength, as you de-escalate the conflict
Court
in
TV.
Syria, environment to remove him becomes stronger
Good
and
Lord.
stronger.
Just to be clear, Secretary Tillerson over the weekend said we can navigate a political outcome.
Absolutely.
The Syrian people will determine Bashar al-Assad's fate and its legitimacy. Nikki Haley is seeking to line you are saying
Court TV.
peace in that area with
Oh,
Assad
here we
and the
go.
Syrian government. So
Court TV is here.
I
Court
don't think
TV
those are-
is now the
I
new
don't
True
think those are mutually
TV.
exclusive statements.
Bait
Because I don't think,
car.
I
No
think
one
that you
knows what a
can,
bait car is. But
one of them saying we don't see peace with him in charge. The other one saying we need to.
is it
we need
true
to
or
have him gone.
false?
I
Is
think
there a
that's
bait
the
car
point of both.
pullover?
The goal for both of them, the goal
What's
of
in
the
the
United States
car?
is twofold. As I've stated, it's one
It's
to make sure that we
truthful. Thank you.
destabilize
Okay, next question.
Syria, destabilize the conflict there, reduce the threat of ISIS. But then secondly,
Were we
is
just
create
paying the
political
ticket
environment,
in that show?
not just within the Syrian people, but I think you can.
I believe that was the
work
goal.
with,
Just pay the
with Russia in
ticket.
particular to make sure that they understand that
But we wanted a
Syria,
trial.
backed up by Russia's own
Yeah,
accounting,
and that's why should be
okay.
You don't have
for the
to
agreements
finish
that
it.
it's made with respect
But
to its
we just
international
wanted to
agreements
know
on chemical
that we
weapons
paid
alone.
the ticket and
ISIS with
we
Assad still in
are
power.
all linked to True TV, Court TV,
Yes,
CNN.
sure.
No harm, no
But I
foul.
think
There's no
that,
harm, no foul at all.
I think you can defeat ISIS with him in power.
Velez
I think
Mitchell, good
obviously,
morning.
to your point,
Hello,
it's not like
Velez
there's
Mitchell.
a single track that says you have to do. I mean,
Adios.
if we can get both at the same time, or one
Ernesto.
happens after another, that's fine as well. But
Le-
I think that we obviously the number one threat that America faces.
It's 8:47. I
ISIS
have
in
a
that
moment of
region, and
silence
we've got to
for
make
dragging
sure that
people off the bus. Thank you, Chicago. TSA.
Threaten potentially more sanctions if Russia doesn't get involved.
Thank you,
I
John
think
Legere.
he's on
Just
his way there
posted.
tomorrow, and I'll let Secretary Tillerson talk about his meeting with.
We
former Mr. Lavrov. I
cross-examined
think
Miss Elaine's people.
there's a lot of things to obviously discuss.
Miss
The
Elaine
overall fight on ISIS,
McLaughlin.
but I think with respect to Syria in particular, I think we need to remind them
We just had a
of
few
the commitments
questions.
that
That's
they've
all.
made and the
Just a
commitments
couple
that
of
Syria's
questions,
made. And I
you
think
know.
that I think that first and foremost, we need to
So we
make sure
called
that we all
ourselves
understand
MICR.
what the situation is on the ground.
You guys got
There is no
MICR.
question who acted in this case and what Syria did.
No one knows who's
we
paying
need
them.
to make sure that Russia
Good Lord,
fully
it says it on the check.
understands the actions that the commitments that Syria
No,
has
the link
made,
goes all the way
and
to
Russia has equally agreed
CIA.
to the same understanding. So getting them back on the same page.
Sony
first and
Coney.
foremost would seem
Does anyone work at
logical
Coney?
step. And I guess equally as important is to make sure that
Nobody
the
works at
fight to
Coney.
defeat
What are you talking
ISIS is something that we share. Major.
Mr. Spicer,
What the president wants
can you
the
confirm
Secretary of
Coney,
State to put
Sony?
the threat of sanctions on the table to get
Is there a
Russia's
link in
attention?
the CDC satellite?
Because the Secretary of State said Russia is either complicit or incompetent.
Is there a
What
link?
does
Oh,
the
they're in
president believe Russia
communication.
actually is?
Okay, that answers
We'll
it.
have
We'll
plenty of
ship
time
that.
to discuss how this talks.
They're in
go. I don't
communication.
wanna- The one thing the president
That's
was
a good
very clear
answer.
on,
We'll ship that as an
from the get-go
answer.
is he doesn't like to telegraph
But this
all the
TV
cards that he
network
has. I think he
really
wants to
does
see
have the
how
answer.
that
It
conversation
really
goes with the
does.
Secretary of Tillerson. If we can get them to agree,
Let's take a look at True TV, please. Formerly Court
ISIS,
TV.
they're going to have a discussion about it. I
Yeah,
think
they
we
had
need to
trial
see,
this century. Is
what
the
goes
only
beyond
reason why
rhetoric
they had
and
it on.
where that talk starts, and what they're willing to commit to in action. I think that's important. I think to get ahead of
it's
this right
here.
now, before they meet,
Look.
is not something I want to
Good
do.
Lord. We have a right foot chalk, baton twirler. School.
Have that conversation and then report back. Jen.
This is about somebody. I don't know. Your left toe. Look at your left toe. Oh, Lord.
On the ability, the current
This is a
ability of senior
network based
advisors
on
to
me.
resolve their ideological differences, resolve their personality differences.
They don't have bait calls. They do.
and work
They
as a
do.
team.
Check out the
He's
website.
very confident in that. This is
Man.
the same group.
The
with the same
repo
ideologies, the
man.
same strengths
Repo
that came
man.
together for a common purpose to win a campaign. There is an unbelievably talented
Unbelievable.
team
Talented
at the senior
team.
level and the mid-level, and frankly, all the way down to the bottom level of this
True
administration.
TV. Good morning.
That is committed to the president's agenda. I said
Is it
this
true? Oh,
multiple times
false.
throughout the transition. That
Yeah.
everybody that came into this administration,
They're the
personal view or
show.
an action on an issue, they understand and understand the president's vision and agenda. And their goal
There go.
of coming into this was to understand, first and foremost, that it is the president who
They
made
must have
pledges and
canceled
promises to the
it.
American people about the direction he take this country and the actions he's taken.
How could they cancel the bait call
and he's
show?
doing that, and I just read off a series of them in terms of the judges that he's appointing, the congressional review,
True TV. Bait.
the executive orders. When you look at the actions that he's taken and the results that he's getting, 60% down on the border, nobody would dispute the fact that immigration was a hot
We have
topic
so
during
much
this-
money.
during
So
this
much
campaign.
money.
And the president's actions are seeing results. And I think you're seeing it both on the market and on our national
We
security
want to
front.
watch
So
Bait Car because
understands
we're speeding
we
so
have some
fast.
pretty smart, talented individuals.
Very
who are
talented.
opinionated
Here you
on
go.
what
You
is-
got it here.
but that
Network True
matters on
TV.
policy
Bait
differences
Call.
need to be
American
behind
television
closed doors.
series on Court TV.
We need to focus.
Now
and
transpired, the
not
True
committed to advancing
TV.
the president's agenda, but he is completely aware of the talent that he has, and
I
that's
just don't
part of the reason that he's brought this team
understand.
together is because
They're
of
looking at
the
us
talent and successes
and pulling us
accomplishments they've had
over.
on a variety of backgrounds, and he fully believes that they're
Mr. Lee,
going to
McLaughlin.
continue to push forward to advance his agenda.
So that's our agenda.
To have or order this meeting on Friday where
The CFO has your payment.
Jared Kushner were essentially told by the president,
Yeah,
"Pull this and get
CFO.
along and get on the same."
Douchinfo.
I
What
think
part
there's a
of
lot of stuff that
douchinfo
overall
don't they
about this.
understand?
That makes it out into the media. Sometimes
The
it gets a little bit
CFO
more
knows
sensational than it truly is. But I think the
before you
president
go to trial.
obviously very pleased with the last week that he's had and the
Absolutely.
accomplishments, especially on the foreign policy front. I think we had an unbelievably helpful.
Good
and
morning,
productive
Douchinfo.
meeting with the
CNN.
Chinese. His meeting with King Abdullah was unbelievable.
Does your CFO know
Continue to
before your
have
trial?
Very
They
strong
gotta
foreign policy
know. They
wins
gotta
in
know.
terms of the relationships that we're making.
Paper
with other heads
trail.
of state. The attack on Syria, one not just
No, absolutely
bipartisan
not. Absolutely.
praise here at home,
Praise
but world
here.
praise. And I think that he recognizes that sometimes
Let's go over our
some of
schedule
this
today.
spills over
CNN's in the
these policy
background.
differences and discussions, and he's made sure that the focus stays on advancing the agenda.
What happened to our page? Good Lord. Let's go over our schedule here.
You're saying one of the priorities is to see a regime change in Syria.
Today is
How
said
far
with
is
Verizon
the
stores.
president
Don't upgrade your
willing
cell
to
phones
go
at
to
Sprint.
see Bashar al-Assad?
Joey McIntyre is on the name.
So,
On
just to be
live
clear, I
with Jamie
can't- I
Fallon,
don't think
Keith
it's-
Sutherland,
You can't imagine
Priyanka
a
Chopra,
stable
Rebel,
and peaceful
the basket
Syria
case, and
with
Evan.
Assad as
With
in
Evan.
charge. I don't
Rachel
think
Wu
that's a scenario
tonight.
that's possible. But I think that the first step in that has to be to make sure that the region and Syria in particular are safe.
Democracy.
You can't have ISIS,
And that.
marching through Syria
It's a democracy.
and then worry mostly about who's in charge right now. We've got to
It's a
make sure that
democracy.
first and foremost, in terms of our national security, I think
Homeless.
Brian's question at the beginning, our national security is the first and foremost reason that we have to act.
Absolutely.
And as ISIS is proliferating and chemicals of mass destruction,
Chemicals of mass destruction.
we've got to contain that.
We've got to
Then
contain
once
that.
done, I think we can apply political, economic, and diplomatic pressure for
Good
regime
morning,
change.
Joey
Now,
McIntyre.
they can work in tandem. I'm not trying to, but the bottom line
It's
is
our
the first
doctor.
priority is still the containment of
Show 'em the
ISIS
map.
and the conflict.
Oh, here's the map, you guys.
The red line.
This is New Balance.
The red line for this White House chemical
Stop
warfare is
requested.
conventional warfare
This is our
enough
stop
to get
request here.
the president to go further there than this White House is going.
Wilshire 26.
Has been very clear that there are a number of lines that were crossed last
Stop
week.
requesting.
He's not going to sit down.
This is your stop.
We saw that in the last administration. They drew these
76
red
gas
lines, and then the red
station.
lines
This is
were
your
run over. I
stop.
think you're going to see the same play. I think what
This is
not
your
just Syria, but
stop.
the world saw
New
last week as the
Balance.
president that is going to act
Joe
decisively.
McIntyre. Sarah Check.
Unfortunately,
Oh, look,
no
it's
justification
UCLA is
comes to
here right on
actions like that.
time. Here
And
they
I will tell
are.
you, the answer is that if you gas a
Can you
baby,
explain New Balance?
put
I'm
a
Be
barrel bomb
Siri.
into innocent people,
Board
I
of
think
Directors.
you will
Be
see a response
Siri.
from this president. That is unacceptable. And I think the rest of the world. I think, look, one of the things that I don't want to.
We have a New Balance
say, if
with
you
a
do
wireless
this,
device.
This is the reaction that you're going to get.
New
The
Balance
president's
with
been
a
very clear
wireless
throughout his
device.
time in the campaign, through the transition, and now.
New
as president,
Balance with
that
a
he's not gonna
wireless
telegraph a
device.
response to every corresponding
New
action, because
Balance
that
with a
just tells
wireless
the
device.
opposition or the
Starbucks.
enemy what you're going to do and whether or not that response is worth taking. The president's going to be very clear that
Judge Carl Bucky.
his cards close to the
Bankruptcy
vest, but make no
Division.
mistake, he will act. John.
Thanks a lot, Sean.
There's something wrong
I wanted to ask you
here.
about the reaction that the president took
You've got it full.
in terms of military involvement last week.
It's
You
not
said in
me.
your
I haven't
statement that
taken
59
anything.
cruise
I haven't
missiles
taken
hit
anything.
their intended target, and yet we're seeing reports that
You've
military
got
air
stop
base in Syria
request.
continues to be used by the Syrian military. Yeah. Given that,
Please hold on to the
consider
railing.
that particular mission
Hold on to the
makes
railing.
sense.
Well, because I think from what you're hearing, you've taken two pre-fueled
Oh, good lord. We have a pose in the video.
planes and
Good
taken
morning.
and taken them off. It's a PR stunt. The bottom line is their fueling capability has been taken out. Their radar capability was taken out, and over 20% of their fixed wing.
We can't fall
aircraft
in.
their entire
Jimmy,
Air
Jimmy,
Force is taken
Jimmy's.
out.
Too many
Their ability to
Jimmys.
operate successfully out of that airbase is gone. Like I said, they as a PR stunt,
11:35.
took pre-fueled planes, pushed them over.
Yeah,
to
remember
make it look like nothing is- make no mistake
3115.
about it. Their
You
radar
got it.
capability is gone. Their fueling capability is gone.
Remember
Huge success.
11:35.
Okay, following up on what Major Garrett asked, sort of about these reports.
Thank you guys.
of
Remember to
shady
donate to GoFundMe.com before you board any flight. Donate to us
various
first.
reports that the Deputy National Security
Yeah,
Advisor,
donate to us
is stepping down from that post.
for immunity
Take on
on plane rides.
US
Yeah, donate here.
Or
You get
can you
immunity.
confirm that, and what's behind that particular move, if indeed that's the case?
Thank you, CFO of SUNY Cooney. No link to CIA at all.
We're not gonna
Thank
get
you
into
for all
personal
televis.
announcements until
We'll
they're
talk to you
ready
guys later.
announce. I would say that two points on that. One, when General McMaster was announced,
Court
it was
TV,
pretty
try the
clear,
century.
we
We
said
gotta
at
go.
the
Yeah,
time,
we gotta go.
you
We're
all
going
asked the
home. Look at
question
this.
whether or not you would have the ability